Oh, Sam, are you there? I have some really, really big news to share with you.
Good morning, Tanya. I'm glad you seem to be in such a good mood this morning. So what's this big news that you want to tell me?
Well, my big news for you is that I want to call off our engagement.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I can't marry you anymore, I'm afraid.
Hold on, is this some kind of joke or something? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I can't marry you anymore. But don't worry, I have a very good reason for all of this, so it's okay. Anyways, goodbye, Sam. And thanks for everything.
Hold on a second. You can't just tell me that you have a reason for why you don't want to marry me anymore and then just go away.
Are you sure you want to know? The reason I didn't want to say anything was because I knew it would hurt your feelings. But if you really want to know, then I can tell you.
You wanted to spare my feelings by breaking up with me and then running away.
Well, the truth is that there's someone else. And I'm pregnant with their baby right now.
So basically you're leaving me because you're having an affair.
No, it isn't anything like that. This other guy isn't just some random hookup or something. I really love him. Please, you have to understand where I'm coming from with this.
Please tell me that it's April Fool's Day and all of the calendars on all of my devices are just months off.
I know that you might not get it, but it's all new for me too. I mean, it's not like I got pregnant on purpose, but now that I am, I know that I have to marry this man. So please, if you could at least understand that, then maybe we can part ways on good terms.
Good terms? Is that a joke? You tell me that you're cheating on me and that you're pregnant with a child that's not mine, and you want to leave things on good terms. I certainly hope that you didn't think things were just going to end here.
What do you mean? Can't we just part ways and call it that?
Of course not! Our wedding is supposed to be in 2 weeks and you drop this bombshell on me. We need to have some kind of meeting about this. We need to talk with your parents and my parents and whoever this baby daddy of yours is as well.
What does he have to do with any of this? Surely we don't need to involve him.
What do you mean, what does he have to do with this? He's at the center of the whole thing. Of course we're going to involve him.
But I haven't even told anyone else that I'm pregnant yet.
Well, you were going to soon, weren't you?
Maybe? I don't know, okay? There's a lot going on here.
I can't believe this. Well, who is this guy? Can you at least tell me that?
I'm sorry, but I really can't. I don't want him to get bothered by any of this.
We are way past that point now. You are literally pregnant. You don't want to bother him, but you'll go and do something like this to me.
Look, I just can't tell you who he is, okay? You're not going to change my mind, and if you're going to be a jerk, then I'm just going to leave.
How am I the bad guy here? You've got to be kidding me.
Yo, Sam, long time no talk. How have you been, man? Actually, I'm messaging you because I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, wow. Nick. How's it going, man? I think the last time that I saw you was at the class reunion that we had last year.
I know, man, super crazy. But anyways, I guess I'll just cut to what I wanted to ask you. Do you happen to know a girl named Tanya? I think she might be your fiancée, is that right?
Well, the thing about that is that we actually called off our engagement yesterday after a fight.
So, you two aren't engaged anymore then?
That's right. We talked yesterday morning, and ever since then I haven't heard at all from her. I tried calling her parents and asking for a little help, but they didn't know where she was either. So I haven't spoken to her since we broke up.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's a lot, man.
Don't tell me that you know where she is right now and that's why you're reaching out.
I don't know where she is right now, no. But earlier today, she was ringing my doorbell nonstop.
Wait, why? I don't understand.
I think that she might have me confused with someone else, actually.
Oh, really? She thinks that you're someone else?
Yeah, I think that she has some old friend who happens to have the same first and last name as me, and I guess we must have some other similarities. I think I know the guy she's talking about since we all went to the same school together. But he moved away when we were just in 3rd grade. And I haven't heard from him since. But then about 3 months ago, I was at a bar and Tanya comes up to me talking about how long it's been. She kind of just talked to me and didn't give me a chance to say anything, but it didn't take long for me to figure out that she had me confused for someone else.
So I guess you must look like this guy, or at least how Tanya thinks that this guy must look.
It's gotta be something like that, yeah.
So then you and Tanya got to talking a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about, but she was really, really drunk, and I don't think she got that I wasn't the guy she thought I was. I actually had to get back home to my wife right around then, so after Tanya passed out at the bar, I snuck out and left. I hadn't seen or heard from Tanya since then.
Until the other day when she shows up ringing your doorbell, right?
Exactly, and not just that, but she was saying something about how she was pregnant with my kid.
Did she really say that to you? That's actually very interesting.
It was crazy. I didn't think anything of it, really. After all, I know that I've already talked to you about my, slow swimmers and how I can't have children, so I knew that she couldn't have been telling the truth. And anyways, I just wanted to let you know that this happened before you heard it from anyone else.
I see. This really clears up a bunch of things, but also just raises more questions.
I really hope that you can believe me, man.
Of course I do. I mean, I know that you wouldn't do anything like that to me.
I'm really glad to hear that. I was worried that you would hear about this before I had a chance to explain what really happened.
For sure, I completely understand. Thanks again for the tip. Do you think that if I staked out your place that I might see Tanya show up there again at some point?
She seemed pretty adamant about trying to talk to me when she showed up outside the first time. I have no idea when she might show up next, but just looking through my door cam, she's already showed up multiple times this week.
Got it. This is all really good to know. I'll talk to her parents and we'll figure something out. I'm sorry that you got sucked into this, but I appreciate you coming to me about it.
For sure, man. If I can ask one thing, let you get her out of my hair first.
Of course, man.
Hey, Sam, are you there? Tanya just showed up to my place and she's ringing my doorbell right now.
I know. I'm parked across the street, watching her right now.
You think it's fine if I just keep pretending that no one is home? I don't want to answer the door!
Of course. It would be better that way, actually. But don't answer that door whatever you do. Tanya's parents are on their way to get her right now. I just hope she waits there until then.
Got it. Alright, I'm counting on you, man.
Sam, what is the matter with you? How could you go and tell on me to my parents, huh? And why did you tear me away from Nick? How could you do this to me? I love him. He's the love of my life, and you can't keep us apart forever.
The love of your life. Are you kidding me right now? First of all, the Nick that lives in that apartment is married.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean that the Nick whose apartment you showed up to is not your old childhood friend, Nick.
But I don't get it.
I looked into just what was going on here, and I discovered that old high school yearbook that I thought I had lost in your room. It had the names of all the students, and Nick was in there as well. I also found the New Year's card that you sent me that had his address on it. Did you really steal that from me?
Why were you going through my stuff?
I didn't go through it, actually. It was your parents that did. When I told them that you were breaking off our engagement, they agreed to do some digging around to help me understand why. And worst of all, they found the photos that you had taped together of you and Nick. It's like something out of a stalker movie or something like that.
You mean that they even found that?
They did. That wasn't all that they shared with me. They told me that you never had any old friend named Nick. So basically you pretended like you had a friend with the same name, acted like you were at the bar that Nick was by chance, and were going to try and get him drunk and seduce him. Not only that, but now you're showing up outside his house trying to convince him that you're pregnant with his kid.
Well, I guess since the cat is out of the bag, there's really no point in trying to keep this a secret anymore. It's just as you say, Sam. But so what? The fact of the matter is that Nick and I did go home together and we did have sex, and I am pregnant with his kid!
I'm sorry to say, but the father of your child is not Nick.
What do you mean? What makes you say that?
Well, I went to the bar that you found Nick at and asked the bartender that day if he remembered you. He said that some other guy took Nick's seat as soon as he left for the night. And that's when you woke up. You just started talking to him as if nothing had happened. Before long, the two of you were walking out of the bar together.
What are you talking about? That can't be right.
It is. And whoever this mystery guy was, he's the real father of your child.
But No! No!
Nick needed to go home early that night and waited for you to get so drunk that you passed out at the bar before he could leave. He spent the night on his own. Him and even his wife can confirm his alibi.
You mean he spent the night with his wife?
That's right. And meanwhile, you drunkenly went home with some guy who you thought was Nick.
I don't know what to say. This is all so much to take in.
You even have pictures of it, you know, on your phone.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that one. Your phone. You have photos taken from that night in what I can only assume is some motel or something. You can't see the man's face, but just by looking at the body, it's clear that he's not Nick at all.
Well then who did I sleep with that night?
Why are you asking me that? I mean, why do you think that I would know who the random guy that picked you up at a bar was? Don't ask me.
So it really was just some random guy?
That's right. So quit bothering Nick with all of this nonsense. We know all about your plan to try and honeypot Nick into getting you pregnant. But the fact is that he's married and he was never going to betray his wife.
No! This can't be happening! I've been visiting his house every day!
Oh, I know. Always screaming about how the two of you are going to get married when you have the kid.
I haven't seen a woman come in or out of that place ever!
That's because she's been away on a business trip for a while now.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nope. I've met his wife and can show you all the proof you need, if you want.
I don't want to see any of this! This can't be happening to me!
Well, that's basically all that I had to say to you.
What do you mean? That's it?
That's right. If you need to say anything else, you have to go through a lawyer.
A lawyer? What do you mean by that? We don't need to involve lawyers in any of this, right?
What do you mean? You broke off our engagement because you cheated on me. I can sue you for that.
But it wasn't...
Yep, you read that right. And I am going to make sure that I get every penny that I had put into our wedding plan back from you.
You can't really expect me to pay for all of that, can you?
I'm well within my right to. Thank you very much.
But I didn't even sleep with Nick, and I was just lying about being pregnant too. Can't we just pretend like none of this ever happened?
The fact of the matter is that you still cheated on me.
But I didn't even sleep with the right guy! This isn't fair!
I don't care who you slept with, it doesn't change the fact that you did it.
But I only ever did it once.
And that's all it takes in the eyes of the law for me to punish you for it.
Please, no! You can't do this to me! You have to take me back! I'm begging you! Sam, please! You can't do this to me!
Tanya wouldn't stop messaging me after that, so I asked her parents if they wouldn't mind taking her phone away from her. In the meantime, I talked with a lawyer, and soon the legal proceedings were underway. Through it all, I made Tanya pay for emotional damages, the money we had put into wedding plans, and their cancellation fees as well. In the end, she owed me some $60,000. She had no choice but to start taking on as many jobs as she could handle to try and pay down her debt. Meanwhile, I packed my bags and moved back to live with my parents for a little bit and reset. As for Nick, his wife finally came back and was shocked to learn about the whole affair. When Tanya finally got her phone back from her parents, they had deleted my contact information, and it was like I had vanished without a trace as far as Tanya was concerned. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Heidi, are you serious?
Cassia? You've got some nerve to be messaging me. What do you want?
Quit your whining, sis. This is important. I heard you're getting married to the nephew of the CEO of a major company. I heard he was chosen to take over when his uncle retires. Is this true?
Oh, so that's why you're messaging me. Well, it was bound to get out eventually, so I may as well just tell you. Yep, it's true.
How?
What do you mean, how? I'm an employee at his company. I work directly under his uncle, the CEO, so I guess that's how?
What?
His uncle introduced us when I moved up to my current apartment, and we, I guess we just started to like each other. How do you think these things work?
Anyway, when did you even start working for that company? They're world famous. How did you do it? You're a damn high school graduate and you're doing better than me? It's not fair. I was always the clever sister.
Wow, that's an interesting way of looking at the world. I see you haven't changed at all. I graduated university, you know.
Huh? You did?
Mom kicked me out as soon as I graduated high school, so I had no choice but to work, which I did, a lot, and eventually I was able to save up the money for my tuition fees. I ended up enrolling 2 years later than everyone else, but eventually I graduated with flying colors. I started looking for work with my new degree and got a job with the company I'm at now.
What? Not fair!
Okay, let me ask you, Cassia. Have you been working at all since you graduated university?
Excuse me, I don't have to work. I'm special. Someone like me shouldn't have to sacrifice their best years as some office monkey worker drone. I'm drop-dead gorgeous, so it's only a matter of time before I find myself a nice, rich, handsome man with enough money to provide me with the life I deserve. Unlike you, I don't have to resort to cheap tricks and desperate schemes to bag myself a man, because the man of my dreams is going to come calling any day now. Just you wait and see.
I have no idea what you mean by cheap tricks or desperate schemes, but the only reason I'm in my current position is because I worked, studied, and strove for a better life, and I did it all on my own with no one to rely on but myself.
Huh?
I don't need to be talked down to by some lousy deadbeat scrounger, who, despite being fortunate enough to have had all her tuition fees paid for, still somehow manages not to have found a job despite having graduated years ago.
How dare you speak to me like that? You're pathetic, good-for-nothing, and me, Mom, or Dad never loved you.
It just goes to show that even a pathetic good-for-nothing can realize their dreams if they work hard enough and never give up. I'm living proof of that.
Ugh, you make me sick.
Bye, Cassia.
Heidi, I need to talk to you. Reply to me at once.
Let me guess. Mom? It's been a while. Hey, what's been going on these last few days? Cassia won't stop messaging me all of a sudden despite the fact we haven't spoken in years, and now you?
That's what I want to discuss with you. I hear you've been bragging to your lovely little sister about your new life, which you obviously achieved entirely by chance. and won't listen to a word she has to say. You always were the runt of the litter.
I achieved this by chance, did I? Think what you like, Mom. I don't care. Anyway, since it's her, I know that whatever she says would only disgust me, so why bother listening? There's another thing I've been wondering too. Didn't you both have me blocked before?
We had no choice but to unblock you due to some new developments which unfortunately meant we had to get back in touch with you. You would know this if you hadn't interrupted Kazuya halfway through her explanation, and I wouldn't be having to explain to you now.
So that's why you messaged me instead.
That's right.
Okay, ready when you are. Make sure to keep it short.
When's the wedding?
Huh? I hate to break this to you, Mom, but you're not invited. In fact, none of you are.
Excuse me?
I already explained everything to my fiancé and his parents. They've been very understanding about the whole thing.
How amusing. Don't tell me you actually think you're going to be the bride.
What? I'm at my own wedding? Yes, actually, I did plan on being the bride at my own wedding. Is that not obvious?
It most certainly is not. There's only one young lady in this family suitable to marry a future CEO. And that's your lovely, adorable little sister Kazuya.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I understand. What?
The groom's name was Michael, wasn't it? Or Mike? He may think he's marrying you right now, but he's sure to fall in love with Kazuya the moment he sees her. He'll change his mind, there's no doubt about it. It's already decided. You're to be substituted for your sister, and she'll marry him instead.
What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Oh, yes, it is. You'll see before long, your arrogance will be your downfall, young lady. There's nothing my Kazuya can't do when she puts her mind to it.
Let's just rewind a little here. Do you even know Mike? Have you met him?
No.
Oh, that makes this weird fantasy of yours even more hilarious.
The only one fantasizing here is you. Do you actually think you, an unlovable, worthless, good-for-nothing, are actually worthy of marrying a future CEO? You need to get your head checked out if so. I suggest you cease and desist with these foolish fantasies at once, and accept your place in the world as the bottom dweller you really are. How about you find yourself a nice, homeless man to marry instead?
You're so sweet and charming, Mom. You have no idea how lucky I feel to have such loving parents.
Don't you dare get sarcastic with me, young lady. Anyway, all you need to know is that your sister will be substituted as the bride in your place on your wedding day. Make sure you let Mike know what's going on beforehand.
You're insane.
And you're an idiot if you think there is anything you can do to stop this. I'll tell you what, I'll prepare a message to pass on, since you're probably too dumb to do it yourself. Mike, I think my little sister Kazuya would make a far more suitable bride than me. I have thus decided to get out of your way and leave the two of you in peace forever. Please make Kazuya happy. How's that? You have no excuse not to tell him now I've prepared you a message. Aren't I kind?
That's not the reason I won't be telling him.
Shut up. Did I ask for your input? No, I didn't. Your attitude is despicable, young lady. Mark my words. If you do anything to jeopardize Kazuya and Mike's happiness, you will regret it.
I really wish you'd give it a rest.
I really do wish you'd stop giving opinions I never asked for. If you actually knew your place, this wouldn't be a problem. But you seem to be suffering from delusions of grandeur of epic proportions. You? With a CEO? Get real!
Whatever. You can say what you like, but I'm not telling you when the wedding is.
Do you think I can't find out for myself? You may be the runt of the litter. You may be the shame of our family. But this is finally your opportunity to do some good in the world. I suggest you take it and try to make up for being such a waste of space by making your adorable little sister happy.
Heidi, pick up. What the heck's going on?
Huh? Cassia? Explain what? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one behind this. I just know it. To think you deceive your own family. Well, I hope you're happy. We fell for your little trap.
A trap? Allow me to repeat myself. I have no idea what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about and maybe I'll be able to shed some light on things.
Me and Mike were supposed to be getting married today.
Apart from the bit where you said you were supposed to be marrying my husband, you are correct. The wedding is today. Can't believe you actually went out of your way to find out the details, though. You really will stop at nothing, will you?
Obviously, digging around the net and local newspapers for details on the venue and schedule is a small price to pay if it means reeling in a big fish like Mike. Or it should have been. I put on my amazing new wedding dress. Then the three of us, me, Mom, and Dad, entered the chapel the wedding was supposed to be being held at. And just as I was getting ready to walk down the aisle, someone started shouting at us. The bride and groom were two completely different people.
What? Wait, what? What the hell did you do?
That's my line. Explain yourself now. And give me Mike back while you're at it. Where are you hiding him?
Just hold on a sec before we discuss that. Where the hell did you go? Did you say you went to a chapel?
Yes, the chapel inside Apple Hotel.
A hotel? Me and Mike got married at a place called Apple Church.
You got married in an actual church?
It's a church overseas. It's in Spain, actually.
Spain? What? You mean you're not even in America anymore?
Mike received almost his entire education overseas across various countries in Europe, from middle school to university, so he has tons of friends outside of America. That's why we decided to get married abroad.
Oh my god.
As far as I know, Apple Hotels and Apple Churches are both subsidiaries of the same parent company. Oh, I get it. You got mixed up with the word apple and ended up crashing some stranger's wedding. Oh my god.
This is not a laughing matter. The bride said one of her relatives is a lawyer, and she wouldn't stop yelling about how I owed her money for ruining her wedding. Not only that, but she says I owe her money for ruining her dress. And money for breaking some stuff inside the chapel. They say I'll be receiving a claim for everything, and if I don't pay up, I'll have to go to court. I never meant for things to turn out this way.
Wow, you did all that?
Please, sis, just help me out this one time.
Me?
I took out a loan to pay for this wedding dress. I have zero money left thanks to you.
I'm speechless.
Mom and Dad are broke too. Please, I'm at my wit's end here. You and Mike are the only ones I can rely on.
Just out of interest, how much was the wedding dress you took out a loan for?
$25,000.
Wow!
I had no choice. I wanted to show Mike that I was worthy of being his wife. He comes from money after all. What did you expect me to do? Show up in a bin bag?
Okay, so why don't you just sell the dress? Granted, you'll have to drop the price a little since it's secondhand, but surely if it's that nice, you'll be able to claw back some of your losses.
It's too late.
Why?
It got damaged beyond repair in the chaos. To be precise, it got ripped to shreds while I was fighting with one of the security guards who had me pinned down on the floor.
Oh my, Cassia. Just what the hell went down in that chapel?
Please, I'm begging you!
Nope.
What?
I'd just like to remind you, my own sister conspired with our parents to try and steal my husband on my wedding day. You disgust me, and I'm embarrassed by the fact that you exist.
Gah!
Anyway, my wedding's about to start. Have a nice life, and good luck with that debt of yours. See ya! I blocked my sister and parents after the wedding. I heard a few days later from a relative who I'm still on good terms with that the three of them received an enormous compensation claim from the bride and groom whose wedding they ruined by going to the wrong chapel. I don't know the exact breakdown of the charges, but I heard that there were some pretty expensive items among the things they broke, including some very old antique furniture of high historical value. The total came to a whopping $65,000. Good luck, that's all I can say. They were told they had to pay it in one lump sum immediately, news that made my mother faint with shock and my sister burst into tears. I heard that my dad quit his job and suddenly escaped in the night. He hasn't been seen since. I mean, wow, really? Those three are just as bad as each other. Anyway, this has of course left my mom and sister with no choice but to work long, grueling hours across several jobs. However, due to neither of them having held down a semi-decent job at any point in their lives, those several jobs mostly consist of adult entertainment venues like strip clubs. What do I think of the ignoble fate of my former family? Well, I won't deny it. Considering they basically joined forces to try and ruin my life, it's a little satisfying. I think they're getting exactly what they deserve.